Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ajnanatammirandasya Jnananjanashilakaya Chaksharanmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutali Swayam Rupa Gadamakyam Dadati Shvapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru and Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanjana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Rancha Kalpatarabhishya Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapatitanam Bhavibhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Gaurabhaktani Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Karativachalam Pamalamayate Grimni Kripatam Shri Gurunganataranam Paramam Sri Chaitanya Ishwara. I don't have any qualification or have any realization. Yes. Whatever I heard in the past, I'll just repeat it. Trying to be your servant. I use the word try because I cannot become anyone's servant other than my senses and mind. So today we are reading from Bhagavatam. Actually, I need this. No, what do you call it? Audio. I want to project it. I mean, later. I still, yeah. Say not now, but you are still fine. Saiva Bhakti Yoga Kya. Atyantika Udahrita. Enati Vrajya Trigunam. Enati Vrajya Trigunam. Madhava Yopapadyate. Sayeva Bhakti Yoga Kya. Atyantika Udahritaha. Enati Vrajya Trigunam. Madhava Yopapadyate. Sayeva Bhakti Yoga Kya. Saha, this Eva, indeed, Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, Akya, called, Atyantikaha, the highest platform. Udahritaha, explained. Ena, by which Ativrajya, overcoming Trigunam, the three modes of mental nature. Madbhavaya, Madbhavaya, to my transcendental stage. Upapadyate, one attains. Translation. By attending the highest platform of devotion service, as I've explained, one can overcome the influence of three modes of mental nature and be situated in the transcendental stage, as is the Lord. Purport. Sripad Sankaracharya, who is supposed to be the leader of the impersonalist school of philosophers, has admitted in the beginning of his comments on Bhagavad Gita that Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is beyond the material creation. Except for him, everything is within the material creation. It is also confirmed in the Vedic literature that before the creation, there was only Narayana. Neither Lord Brahma nor Lord Shiva existed. Only Narayana, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu or Krishna, is always in the transcendental position beyond the influence of material creation. The material qualities of goodness, passion, and ignorance cannot affect the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is called Nirguna. Free from all tinges of material qualities. Here, the same fact is confirmed by the Lord Kapila. By Lord Kapila, one who is situated in pure devotional service is transcendently situated, as is the Lord. Just as the Lord is unaffected by the influence of the material modes, so too are his pure devotees. One who is not affected by the three modes of material nature is called a liberated soul or Brahmabhuta soul. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma is the stage of liberation. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not this body. This is applicable only to the person who constantly engages in the devotional service of Krishna and is thus in the transcendental stage. He is above the influence of the three modes of mental nature. It is the misconception of the impersonalist that one can worship any imaginary form of the Lord or Brahman and at the end merge in the Brahman effulgence. Of course, to merge into bodily effulgence, Brahman of the Supreme Lord is also liberation, as explained in the previous verse. Ekatva is also liberation, but that sort of liberation is never accepted by any devotee. For qualitative one is immediately attained as soon as one is situated in devotional service. For a devotee, that qualitative equality, which is the result of impersonal liberation, is already attained. He does not have to try for it separately. It is clearly stated here that simply by pure devotional service, one becomes qualitatively as good as the Lord himself. So I want to connect that. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Kapila Muni teachings to his mother Devati. Notice verse 14. Actually, there is a progression here from 9th verse onwards to 14th. So Kapila Muni is explained to his mother, we should know this. He's talking about, of course, pure devotional service is the highest goal, but even bhakti is in modes. Means we all have accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, but we have conditioning. So 9th verse says, why I want to show this progression is, we want to know where we are. Very important. Not like, Jesus died for our sins and, if you surrender, if you go to church, you'll go back, you'll go to spiritual world. Or chant 16 and follow for regular principles, you'll go back to Godhead. No. That will give you actually If person starts following 4 regulated principles, start chanting 16 hours, get initiated, that person gets the qualification to read Srimad Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam tells him to give up so many things. Day one, they won't tell you because, 4 regulated principles is very difficult. When I heard this from one sannyasi, I said, if only I knew this, I would have tried something else. No, but eventually you'll understand. If you see, whatever you're giving it up, you're becoming better. When I realized it, yeah, that's fantastic. We all agree, whatever we have, we don't want to leave them actually. Sometimes knowing very well they're not good, still we hold on to them actually. Some illusion, this is good for me. It's more true with the residents of America than any other country in the world actually. Because everything is available. If it's very cold, switch on the heat, very hot, switch on AC. So we are so much used to conditional enjoyment. Actually, America is also in that illusion. If we provide all this external happiness, you'll be blissful. I'll take only 1 minute. Just call 911. Immediately everything will be present in few minutes because nobody should die by fire. But nobody should die for any reason actually. Even at the time of death, they'll give you morphine injection because you should die peacefully, no pain. You should not experience any pain. But that is like death knell for the devotee. You want to hear chanting or you want to yourself chant? No. You have to die peacefully. And they'll put you to sleep to die peacefully. Means you should not hear Krishna's name. And to facilitate this, you have to pay so much money in the universities. If you make money, you'll be happy. That's it. And America projects all the previous presidents as literally demigods. When Sannyasi mentioned that. Because unfortunately, America did not have Bhagavatam or did not have scriptures, Upanishads. America was founded on the hard work of the earlier people. They don't have any knowledge. So, but that's why we need to learn. So 8th verse is, you're a practicing devotee, you're initiated, aspiring. So you're practicing bhakti, okay. You're practicing bhakti by a person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry. Actually, if you can take your pen and paper and write down which mode you stand, you don't need to show it to anybody. Then you'll understand the reality. Where am I? Then you'll go forward. Otherwise, I'm thinking I'm a pure devotee, because once in a while I become ecstatic. So, actually the word pratak bhava, separatist. One reason we promoted this 192 rounds is to facilitate. If you do 192 with chanting 16 becomes easy. One. Second thing is, if you chant, you'll receive the grace of Haridas Thakur, grace of Lord Chaitanya, and of course Radha Gopi Janvalva. And if we all go to the next level, that's what Prabhupada wanted to boil the milk to the next level. So when we boil the milk and go up, we all go to the next level. If I'm honest with you, if every one of us go to the 11th and 12th and 13th verse, the temple, even if the management is useless management, temple will go forward very well. Because you don't need management actually. You'll come and you do your service and go away. There's a problem. You'll solve the problem and you'll go. The problem you don't find fault. That's okay. Krishna wants this. So, but we are all in different moods. So, separatist who is envious, proud, violent, and angry. If you want to really know more about it, read the purport. But the words are fine. So you put your, 0 to 10, you rate yourself in 8th verse. How much percentage you are in? But then the next is, this is the bhakti mode of ignorance. You are initial devotee, you all have 2-inch tilak, and once in a while we show our face, definitely Sunday feast. Or Janmashtami at least. But there is a bhakti in devotion mode of a passion. He is also separatist. What is the word separatist? Our interests are different from Krishna's interests. Wow. One day I asked, Soma Prabhu, who carved Narsingadev deity in Yudana, actually used to drive me. I had a license problem one time. Prabhuji, amazing. You're like literally the father of Narsingadev. He said, Narsingadev wanted to come. I don't want to block his way. When Narsingadev wanted to come, Narsingadev is coming. I should not block his way. I should facilitate his coming ASAP. That's what I did, he said. So when you're interested, why Prabhupada? One man, only in 12 years, what Prabhupada, the property Prabhupada acquired, the preaching Prabhupada did, it's like Nabhuto Nabhushyati. Because Prabhupada interest, I just went to Florida. This program of prasadam distribution has been going on for 50 plus years. Because Prabhupada stood there in that sun, hot sun, and gave a class. Probably Prabhupada desired there should be a prasadam program. The only one program in the entire North American continent which has been successfully going on for 50 plus years is this program. Means see the power of Srila Prabhupada. Wow. Amazing. So, because his Prabhupada desire is, Prabhupada is in oneness with Krishna, not that they became one, which is the third paragraph of today's verse. What is oneness? Actually, in 2 weeks to come, we are getting Sarat Purnima, Rasa dance, Rasa Leela. That is the culmination of yoga, where the Jiva unites with the Parabrahman. Not that they become one. Gopis are Gopis, Krishna is Krishna. But Gopis are acting in accordance with the desire of Krishna. Krishna's desires and Gopis' desires, they are one in line. That is called, that's why it is called the culmination of yoga. Jiva Brahmanu Sandhanam or Jiva Brahmaikyam. Not that they become one as Mayavadis think. So, but when if that is not there, how far are you? Bhakti in mode of ignorance, you are very far. But you are telling, I accept Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. You come a little closer. You are performing bhakti with the motive for material enjoyment, fame, opulence, is a devotion in the mode of passion. You are practicing bhakti. Rajagun means you want something, fruity mentality. So you are doing everything for material enjoyment. Fame and opulence is a devotion in the mode of passion. And wherever you go, goodness means you are doing bhakti for your purification. Chanting, you are chanting, I want to be purified, that's mode of goodness. Sachinanda Maharaj says that. So, 10th verse. Devotee worships Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activities in order to free himself from the inebrities of fruitive activities. His devotion is in the mode of goodness. In other words, you want to purify yourself. Hey, this is all difficult. I know fruitive action means next life is there. When my activities become not fruitive, then I'll go back to Godhead. It's a desire. It's a desire. But Krishna has the desire for you or not, you don't know. He's also separatist. Can you see separatist? Tamogun separatist is one separatism. Rajagun separatism is one separatism. Sattvagun separatism is one separatism, but it's separatism. How many of you are understanding? Yes. Then the 11th and 12th verse, you're all worried. When I read it, I was worried. After this many years also, portion of 8th, portion of 9th, portion of 10th. Then no problem, ladies and gentlemen, devotees. If you are attracted, if you cultivate your mind, if you are attracted to listening, Haribol, transcendental name and qualities of Krishna, if you are drawn, means you are running away from these three modes. Fast. You're chanting, you have a desire for chanting. Nishta, tomorrow morning I'll chant. I love to, to go to, I love to hear Bhagavatam class. I love to chant my rounds. Whether because it is very good for you or whether you develop a taste, that's the next thing. You have not developed a taste, but I want to do it. I love to do it because. So that means you want to apply Sikshashtakam very well because this is good for me. Third verse I want to apply. Very good. Actually, I texted, what's that, our Maharaj, Chandramouli Maharaj. Maharaj, we need blessings. We are doing this because you would worship Haridas Thakur. Then I asked a question and he replied, you recite Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddhav Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Doli Sadrasam Vichintaya. You recite that verse. I felt, Maharaj, I texted him, I'm not making any progress, Maharaj. This many years also. So why he texted only this verse? Because pick me up as and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Hey, we are the tiniest particle, but our ego is so high, we think you are the greatest person. If everyone sees my hands, T, a wall of senses, then T, wall of mind, T, wall of intelligence, T, wall of ego. And there, if you stand there, you can see Krishna. But sitting here, I look amazing. I hear that story, this story, my Guru Maharaj lecture, his Guru Maharaj lecture, and I repeat, I just cook it here and at present, Prabhu, kya lecture diya aapne? I know, thank you. We speak as though we have seen Krishna, but we are seeing the wall of senses. Or we are seeing the wall of mind. Or we are seeing the wall of ego. But we never stood on that wall and see. You don't see Krishna because you see Brahman. From that intense Ativriyana Bhakti Yogina, Vijayata Purusha Param. Because Krishna reserves the right. Sarvam Bhattacharya and Gopinathacharya quotes this verse from Bhagavatam. You cannot, because Supreme Personality of Godhead reserves. He is standing right in front of you, but you cannot recognize him because you have no right, no qualification. Supreme Personality of Godhead reveals to those people to whom he wants to reveal. Shastra doesn't work. Shastra means you are still using your mind or a sharpened intelligence. But avang manasa gocharam, you have to go beyond your senses, sensual perception. That is where he is available. Fourth level. Anandamaya class that turiya there. But here, all these things, it doesn't work. So, if you're tiny because of the grace of spiritual masters, in our sampradaya, you are getting attracted to the message of Vasudeva, Krishna. You're attracted to their name or a form or the pastimes or the dham. Good news, you're making progress fast. To what extent? This is the goal. 13th verse is the goal. I don't want liberation also. Amazing. To what extent it will take you? Just mere developing attraction to hearing the message or to hearing the holy name, in developing attraction to visiting the holy places or rendering service. That 5 large and Rupa Goswami gives 5 potent forms of bhakti. Such a devotional ecstasy, it flows towards Kunti's verse actually. My Lord, that attraction towards you, the way Ganga flows, let it flow 10 miles an hour. My attention, attraction towards your lotus feet. Then what happens? When a pure devotee is in your presence, you'll become ecstatic. When he is gone, it's back to square one. So that is not our greatness, it is his greatness. Or when devotees are together, all together, we go a little higher. That is all devotees' greatness. But if we continue, to what extent we reject liberation also. The worst thing is, of course, we Vaishnavas, they don't even Kaivalya Narakayate, Tridasa Purakasa Pushmayate, Prabodhananda Saraswati. Kaivalya, especially becoming one with God, is a hellish for devotees. Why? There is no service. And in Mahaprakash Leela, what is name? Sridhar, Kolaj Sridhar, Lord Chaitanya is telling how much you struggle, Sridhar, for me, for myself. I'll offer you a planet. I'll make you I'll make you the richest person. I'll give you 8 mystic perfections. Finally, he said, come back to spiritual world. He said, I don't need. Wow. So why? We can also attain the same thing, the progression to 9th verse to 13th, but the punchline is, if we are attracted to hearing the transcendental name and qualities of the Supreme Personality of God, how many of us have attraction for chanting the holy name? You grade yourself in your cell phone 0 to 10. What is your attraction? How many of us, I'm serious actually. Actually, I want to chant one round just to tell you, but I don't know how much time is there. Because even when you want to attain the 11th, 12th, 13th verse, whatever the desires, they will come. You can grade them whether they're a mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. But I thought it will be too much. If you all want, we can do that. One round. But should we do that?
We will.
Okay, then you have to all actually rate yourself there. How much, what type of desires I'm getting, Rajagun desires, Tamagun desires, Sattvagun desires. Or if it is transcendentally right, transcendental and pat yourself. Amazing. That's what Mahaprabhu does whenever he does the seminars. So, okay, what we will do, we'll chant in 8:51, 4 minutes you all chant. But allow your mind to wander. Or you try your best, that's also fine. And huh?
We don't need to allow.
I know. No, but if you actually know one round means, then you will come. This is only 4 minutes. That's it. You'll chant half a round. But please rate yourself. Should we do that? Okay, we'll chant. Don't allow your mind to wander. Try your best. Focus. Let us see what happens. Can you take your pen out and based on what desires you got this question, and then these are there. Because right now we are in the very morning, very transcendental environments. So, but still, there's a possibility mind, wanders. So the thoughts are envious, proud, violent, and angry. Separatism, that's mode of ignorance, material enjoyment, thoughts, fame, and opulence, and devotion is passion. And you want to become free from fruitive activities, goodness. So you can rate it, how much percentage to the eighth one, how much percentage ninth one, how much percent tenth one. Or because its time is very short, that's okay. Tomorrow you chant your rounds, whatever number of rounds, 16 or whatever. There you'll get a better expression. You'll get a better experience because it's a long time. But it's not no need to be worried because hearing the transcendental name and qualities you are developing, if you develop attraction, you should know you're going forward. And then to what extent? The famous verse, even devotee rejects liberation. Wow. we all want to go back to Godhead because we are scared of pain. Why many people, Gurjan Prabhu mentions this. Why we want to go back to Godhead? The 4 + 3, 7 we want to avoid. What is it? You all know 4, 7, we want to avoid it. So, but we don't want to go there to do service actually. At the entrance of the gate also we are okay. Krishna doesn't come, okay. But so that is like so we don't have so much desire to serve. But good thing is, billions of lifetimes later, we started this. That's a good thing. Second thing is one lecture I heard. What type of master do you think Krishna is? He's a very soft-hearted father. He's not a very, technical master. This many rounds you did, this many. No, not like that. Krishna is magnanimous. Lord Chaitanya is magnanimous. So then the word separatism is there. But, how do we make sure we align our desire with Krishna's desire? This is the words. Attraction to hearing is Nama Rupa Guna Leela. Then only. So today's verse, what is the goal of spiritual life? Become free from 3 modes first. Then attain the love of God. If you have already attained the love of God, it means you have already become free from 3 modes. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Naskuchit Nakamshiri Samas Sarveshi Bhutishu Madbhaktim Lapte Param. So, what is the goal of life? There actually Chaitanya Chandra came and spoke one verse. Why I want to quote that here is Sanair Uparatam. I forgot the rest of the verse. I remembered that first line. Hey, I'm chanting for 10 years, same problem. Whatever the problems I used to have in the beginning, same are coming. That verse in Bhagavatam says the progress is very slow. Doctor, psychiatrist told me, mental problems should not come, but they don't. Fever will become relieved in 3 days. Mental problem, it takes one lifetime actually. Sometimes you don't recover, no mental problem. Congenital by birth, no, that problem will be there. So the recovery, mental problem recovery, this is also mental problem only because we want to be away from Krishna. The recovery takes very long time. It takes very long time. So Sanair Uparatam, the translation is slow. That's why what is very important, Utsaha Nischaya Dhairyat, Dhairya, patience. These two are important. Enthusiasm, confidence, and the third one is patience. You should have a little more patience. Now, Akama Sarvakama va Mokshakama Udaradi Tivrina Bhakti Yogena. If you perform Bhakti Tivra, I'll tell you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. I'm honest with you, if you chant like this, mind understands you are bored with this. Mind, there is never any gap. You can check for yourself. Immediately, it will take you to the childhood, how you are enjoying in the childhood. So, mind has to enjoy. Now, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Everyone intensely, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Why mind is not taking you to childhood? Why? This guy is trying for something. I think he's endeavoring something. That something is very good. That's why otherwise he will not endure, right? I'm honest with you, you try this intensity 10 rounds, your mind will not be drifted. How many of you agree? But same intensity. Why? He's endeavoring to get that laddu. I think that laddu is difficult. That's why Tivrena Bhakti Yoga. Tivrena Bhakti Yoga. But the problem is, in the initial levels, will not be able to exercise that much strength. And Jiva Goswami, what is that? Give me a minute. I'm disconnecting this because, our purpose is done. And 1 minute. Online is there. So Jiva Goswami mentions one line. Bhajaniya Paramapurusha Sukhamatra Swasukatvam. What is the easiest way to align your desire with Krishna's desire? Then you will become free from bhakti in mode of ignorance, bhakti in the mode of passion, bhakti in the mode of goodness, but you will come to transcendence. So Jiva Goswami started only one line. I was impressed actually. Bhajaniya Paramapurusha Sukhamatra Swasukatvam. If Krishna is happy, I'm happy. That one line. Honestly speaking, I heard many times, but when I read Jiva Goswami's thing, we have to see, you have a particular desire. Is this desire Krishna's desire? You yelled at somebody, galat ho gaya, Krishna did not like it. Often all ask for excuse. And let me tell you, Krishna gives you a fair chance. Not that, if you are working and you have to come to Mangalarti, everything. No. Do you all know Prabhupada's father, what time he would get up? I should not, this I don't want to give you, probably from tomorrow onwards, nobody will come to Mangalarti. So, but my point to you, try your best. That is the point. What is that? Brahmacharis means they have to try their triple best because they don't have anything to do. But a Grihastha with all the family encumbrances, Try your best. Sincere. Prabhupada says, my father, his first business is worshipping Radha Krishna. His second business is actually doing business. Wow. Because a businessman, he would come very late at night. But I want to tell you this. The translation of Bhajaniya Parampurusha Sukamatra Susukatvam Rupasvam Jiva Goswami says, if this is making Krishna happy, do it. If this is not making Krishna happy, you have done it, ask for excuse. You know? This is the fastest way to reach that stage. I mean, I told it's all up to us how much we can practice. It's difficult too, you know. When I was thinking, Tivrina, and when your desires are in line with Krishna's desires, the progress is very fast. Lord Chaitanya was dancing in Shiva Sangam, Shiva's Thakur's song. Shiva's Thakur's son died. Shiva's Thakur's son died. You all know the story. Then this naturally mother will cry. Even what happened? Son died. Supreme Personality. Why I want to give this example is his faith. Supreme Personality of Godhead is dancing. I want his happiness. You guys, if you make loud noise by crying, if you loudly cry, I will tie a rope around my neck and jump in the Ganga and die. I'm sure Mother Malini, she does not lose her husband. No, her son is lost. Because for any wife, husband is first. He said, and they start crying slowly because child is gone. Husband is telling, he conveyed a very strict message. He came and joined the Kirtan. Lord Chaitanya said, everything is all right. Of course, my Lord. Everything is perfect. When you are present, where is the room for inauspiciousness? The origin of the all auspiciousness is present here. He started jumping and dancing. Then when it took so many hours passed, Lord Chaitanya was not feeling. Is everything all right, Shivas? Morning now. It's early morning now. Of course, my Lord, everything is all right. And he turned, everything is all right. And Advaitacharya, Mukunda, no, my Lord, everything is not all right. What happened? It's hours, more than 10 hours since his son passed away. Wow. Means, my Lord, your happiness is my happiness. So everything is temporary anyway. So, everyone has to go today or tomorrow. That's why one has to have a Sambandha Jnana. One has to be situated on the Sambandha Jnana. And to be situated in Sambandha Jnana, the another element that is needed is faith. What is needed? Faith. These are very connected. These are very connected. Then Krishna's grace will come. Anandarandan Prabhu said, whenever I hear about Gopi's Bhakti, I become depressed. I can never attain it. Hey, we can never attain that position because Krishna has bestowed a special causeless mercy on Gopis only. Otherwise, sometimes we also speak. But what can you imagine? I want to go to hell eternally. And not that it's just a superfluous. Sometimes we speak in ISKCON actually. So you are the reason for everything. We use words very loosely. But no, they really want to. Wow. Otherwise, Napareham Nirvadya Samyam, that verse, in Vedic culture, there is no contradiction. But Eyathamam Prapadyante directly contradicts with Napareham. Means, the way you approach, I will reciprocate with you. That way Krishna says in Gita. But with gopis, I don't have anything to do. In my entire thing, if I serve you, render service in Brahma's lifetime also, I can never repay you for what you have done. Why? Gopis don't want anything from Krishna. That's why they don't want anything. What do you want? Service. What do you want? Service. What do you want? To service. You offer prasad and Krishna says, eat. I don't need. Actually, Rajnath Prabhu, this in governmental parikram, one day went there, he took me to this place and he said, Mother, Vishnupriya, she would 1 grain, she would put, so somebody said it is 1 mantra, but actually Indra Prabhu says 1 round. So she chanted 200 rounds, so there will be 200 grains. And Rajnath Prabhu told me, she would cook so many items to Lord Chaitanya, but she would also, along with those that many items, she would offer also this handful of grains. She would cook and offer to Lord Chaitanya, and she would eat only this. Unless you're a very hard-hearted person, you will ignore it not more than 1 day. You agree or not? Yes, sir. You're really like a rock. You see either your father, mother, or husband, whatever, I'll offer these grains. And you'll eat, that person eats only that grains, but you eat like sumptuous chappan bhog. Did you eat? I ate. What? This handful. Oh, okay, that's okay. Will you say that? We, with all the 3 modes we are in, we will not say that. But Krishna says that. That's how Krishna becomes obligated. That's why that Srivasta, what's that? His pastime. Lord Chaitanya goes to drink water from his collar Sridhar. Lord Chaitanya started drinking that water. My Lord, what you are doing? So your collar Sridhar fainted. If you were collar Sridhar, amazing, Lord is drinking my footwash. No, Lord, please don't drink. Already piliya. Okay, what can I do? Srivasta Thakur fainted. Means that is his consciousness. To that type of people only this will happen. Because in and out same for them. Whereas in and out is different. And Lord Chaitanya said, what can I do? I asked you, I want to give everything, but you don't want anything. But how can I tell you I am your servant? That's why I'm giving this word. Wow. So, Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, Kama Sarva Kamava, Moksha Kama Udarati. You don't have any desires? You have so many desires. I want desire for liberation. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Rather than being worried for all the impurities in the heart. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Actually, no, I know my mind will go away. But when our mind comes back, try. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I know. So next month night, so my mind is listening. Great again, Hare Krishna. But that time, if you open the cell phone, mind will go. So my mind will be with me only 6 mantras. And another 8 mantras it will go away. 6 mantras with me. 8 mantras will go away. So they try put the best in that 6 mantras. That's why one person, when he comes for chanting, he or she, one has to be very, determined to fight with material energy, which is acting on us in the form of mind. When we are thinking while chanting, especially about service, Gaurav Prabhu mentioned here in false ego. And when doing service, my chanting was not good. I wish I could chant now. While chanting, service. While doing service, chanting. All the trick of Maya actually. Do whatever you want, whatever you're doing, you do that. A drama we have to act. The entire drama will continue in your mind when you're chanting actually. Or you have to give Bhagavatam lecture. You'll give the Bhagavatam lecture to yourself during chanting only. Means you are so conscious of your presentation. What will people think? You agree? So we are not thinking what Krishna thinks. So, I told, right? The nature of when we are in monomaya platform, it does three things. Complain, compare, criticize. You understand that is the nature of the mind. If you compare, you see somebody better than you, inferiority. You see somebody lower than you, superiority. Two sides of the same coin, false ego. That's it. That is the nature's mind. That is the nature of the mind. So rather than being depressed, I like Corona, I don't care. How many of you are listening? You know? So, so what is that? I mean, again, I'm repeating, reduce the kshetra if you cannot handle. Rather than putting your finger in everywhere and, multiply your kshetra and multiply your action and reaction and incriminate yourself, reduce your kshetra. And focus on one goal. What is that? Uttishtata jagrata prapyavara nibodhata. Don't wait until you reach that goal. Because not so much time left. Not so much time left. So I'm finishing it here. Of course, Prabhupada mentions one technical thing. Narayana Paravyaktat. It is never there anywhere. It is there. It is mentioned by Shankaracharya only. In his Gita Mahatmya. So in the beginning, nobody was there. Krishna was only there. Krishna's expansion, Narayan, when it comes to the material world. And of course, devotees, we know very well, we don't want impersonal liberation. That is hellish because there is no service. That's not our constitutional position. These are the extra points given in that purport. Please do forgive me if I said anything wrong. Anyone wants to add any question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it. Amma, yes.
Can you explain or elaborate how these three modes are related or not related to the Parisha state, the Madhyama state, and the Uttama state?
Nice question, actually. Uttamadhikari, you can say situated, actually, quote unquote, strict means is transcendent. Madhyamadhikari, mode of goodness most of the time. Kanishta shifts between these two. Passion and ignorance. But again, I'll tell you, that's my point. The thing, there is no pure goodness in the material world. This pure goodness is always mixed, but actually, there the gradation is based on faith. Rupa Goswami very clearly mentions. Kanishtadhikari faith is very pliable, means very weak. So the gradation is based on that. Whatever I said, that is my concoction actually. Anyone wants to add on that, I'm okay with that. But Archayam eva harye pujaya swadhayanvite natad bhakteshu chanyeshu mad bhakta yad bhakta prakrita smrita. He knows how to deal with deity, but he doesn't know how to deal with devotees. Simple, he's in moods actually. He's in heavy moods. Modes means material world, the most prominent mode is actually Rajagunama, especially for devotees. Non-devotees, most prominent mode is Tamaguna. But these two are mixed. Madhyamadhikari si Mahabhagyavan, Prema Maitri Krupopeksha, Yakaratu is a Madhyama. So his faith is very fixed. His goal of life is Prema, and he makes friendship with devotees, Maitri. He is merciful to the Krupa, to the innocent. Apeksha, he ignores envious. That is Madhyamadhikari. So Madhyamadhikari definitely, is pulled, but mostly situated in goodness. But Uttamadhikari, ideal Uttamadhikari is transcendental. Always he thinks of how to propagate Krishna consciousness. Sivaram says, when you see Prabhupada and Bhakti Thakur, they're Uttamadhikari, but to preach, they come to the platform of Madhyama, but then you see the results, amazing results. because of that high state of consciousness, you know. So, I mean, I appreciate your question and I hope I did justification, you know. And wants to add it then to this question? No. I mean,
Follow-up to that.
finish it.
So, you actually mentioning how we need to introspect, basically we need to introspect where we fall into, right? This is again something personal to you. I want to challenge that, like, what is really good? Chanting, then reading, then hearing. Around afternoon is good, then evening is like, no, let me chant more numbers, like we do some more. And then, so how can I overcome that phase in that, you know, I'm aware of this level, but I'm not doing that thing, you know, that's an act.
Join the club. I used to go to second heaven. There was no Bhakti center those days. And this Prabhu that time, he was actually a brahmachari. His name was in sannyas list. He told me, no names of course. It's very difficult to chant between 12 to 4. When he said that, he was already finished 23 years of brahmacharya. His name was there in sannyas list. So, Rajogun, we are all that, you know, Rajo. So, but thing is, daytime, morning is goodness. Afternoon is Rajogun. Evening is Tamagun, devotees, because they're already a little advancement, you will shift to Sattva. But if you're not, many people agree, whatever the way you chant, morning is the best, but night also, it's not good. I mean, you may come to goodness, you know, but the entire, all the office, other things, your meditation in the morning chanting is much better than meditation in the evening. Anyone agrees? Means we are still influenced by lower modes, but better than afternoon chanting actually. That shows we are prominent in Rajagun. And Tamo doesn't have that much, but proper straight. If you're sleeping more than 6 hours, I mean, nowadays people are, you know, so much hard work, so much brain, maximum 7 hours. One time we were talking in Jeopardy, you know, that number was given by Gaurav actually, you know. But Prabhupada mentions clearly 6. But if you sleep more than that, you'll be influenced with Tamo, for sure. That's what I wanted. Okay. Any other?
Probably just one clarity on the point which you said. We cannot see Krishna, even when we read scriptures, we see through the mind or intellect. Just a clarity, I'm not able to understand that aspect. If I say Srimad Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. And when one is reading the pastimes of Krishna, though it is a literature, but because it is not different from Krishna, can it grant us that the inclination is not to see Krishna, but to relish the pastime of Krishna? Will it empower the reader to cross over the stage of Manomaya?
Prabhuji, answer is this. Actually, what I was telling in that God text, when you reach transcendence, you see Brahman, Tadvit, what is that? Hiranmayana Patrena Satyasana Pitankum Tattvam Pushana Pavarani Satya Dharmaya Drishte Isopnishad verse. Krishna is beyond Brahman. So that's what I said. So, but here, Prabhuji, holy name is Krishna. Dham is Krishna. Bhagavatam is Krishna. You know, so Ganga is actually emanating from Krishna's feet. So when you do, when theoretically we know when we chant the holy name, I'm with Krishna. Many times we said this morning you get up, one tune, Hare Krishna mantra is going in your brain. That time you die, you'll go back to Godhead because you're with Krishna, as simple as that, straight. You know, so like you're reading Bhagavatam, you're holding Bhagavatam actually. Bhagavatam is Krishna, you know. But again, there is a layer still. So this is all theoretical. Because when you're reading, so you're able to see pastime in your mind, it means you're with Krishna. But you're theoretically, you're convincing yourself, means you're still in Manomaya platform. But this is very good. Manomaya, what is the next one? Vijnanamaya and then Anandamaya. We are all Manomaya but Vijnanamaya. So I know I'm not this body. But I'm not realized yet. Realized means I'm not these are this whatever I'm telling you, these are my experiences. As simple as that. I hope and because Prabhupada is listening and they're also listening, that little fear is there. So in Vijnanamaya platform, you come to the bhakti and you want to, so the conditioning is slackened, the Maya, the grip is slackened, but still it is there. So that's why anything, those 5 things, Rupa Goswami gives, if you persist, so you remember there's a verse, Dhumena vriyate vahinihi yata darshpa malena cha tatol bena avratogastata te nedam avratam. When you are seeing smoke, once in a while you see the fire a little bit. But the mirror, dirt and mirror, it is little deeper in conditioning. Baby and child, you'll never see the baby from the mother's womb. The conditioning is further deeper. The third, baby and child is Tamogun. The second one is mirror and dirt is Rajo, and this is Sattva. And what is that? Fire and smoke. Because fire is visible in between. So likewise, in Vijnanamaya state, theoretically, but once in a while fire dikhte hai. Yes or no? The more and more you go, the more and more you see the fire and less you see the smoke. That's what I get.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu, for the next class. My question is, devotional service when you spoke about in the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness, how does that affect the Navavidhi Bhakti, especially Atha Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, and Bhajan Kriya? Because every person has his or her own Swabhava, and based on that, also the modes manifest like in devotion or in normal life. So how does that affect the stages of devotion?
If I ask your question correctly, we have a Swabhava, you said, Prabhuji, if we are in Tamagun, it will take a long time. If you're in minus, we should come to 0 first. Then we can progress. Likewise, Tamagun Rajagun takes very long. Why? Actually, somebody told me, Prabhupada went to their home. And Prabhupada told them, do you eat meat? Yes, Prabhupada. Stop today. And do you drink? Yes, Prabhupada. Stop today. And chant. Unless a pure devotee intervenes in your life, if you, on your own, actually my experience, you want me to share? Wow, what a cruelty of the Maya in the form of mind. Hey, you enjoy only 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 years ago. It brings you, it presents you again and again and again. It tells you are not a pure devotee. And you have a little taste also for that. Arey, wo miss kiya maine. Maya, actually, like if you have a very honest or very critical son or family member in your home, who puts you always on the road, that is mind actually. So you're in the presence of devotees and you pure devotee, amazing, I'm pure devotee. I say, I agree with you. But what about this Prabhu? I think I'm not a pure devotee. But then what about this also? Then after 5 minutes, you become depressed also. So best thing is, if you see whatever mind is showing you, actually mind, even while chanting, you remember your Guru. Maya will take you something external to connect it to Guru, and it will take you so deep away from Guru also. That's why Adbhut Jinki Maya hai, that song, I think, wow, you are amazing. So anyway, my point to you is, to the extent we are in lower modes, that much extent, it will take longer time. But one thing is, Prabhupada went to Australia and he asked brahmacharis. They're all very dull. So, and Prabhupada looked at their face and said, Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna mantra is that much potent, irrespective of what your conditioning may be. Srila Prabhupada, the grace and Hare Krishna mantra and the entire process given by Lord Chaitanya will lift you up. Alright, actually Krishna wants to show the Bhagavatam. Where will you get a book like Bhagavatam? Ajamil till last day he was sinful. He never attended any seminar on holy name. Vishnu came. But of course he chanted 13 years to go back to Vaikuntha, but he was rescued. Yes or no? Every person, whether it is Pururava or whether it is Yayati and Devyani, everyone, including Dhritarashtra attained Paramatma realization. Bhagavatam is a book of positivity. Actually, when I read Pururava, it abruptly ends. Pururava goes to the planet of Urusi. This is Bhagavatam. What is this? But there is an extension to this 11th canto. Krishna says, no. Again, he was frustrated. And he came back. But the problem is, to the extent the conditioning is there, that much extent, that much long it will take time, Prabhu. Only one wrong thing we did like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Half an hour only. Prabhu, one devotee brahmachari said, you have to pay the price of suffering for the rest of the life. That's how Maya will make you cry. When you want to become pure, that will put you again and again and again. The best thing you can do, ignore. I did, what can I do? That's why one should not identify the external success. Our success should always be internal. We should always consider that, because nobody can remove from that. External success, anyone can take it from you. Internal success, no one can take it from you. One has to look and count on the internal success, not an external success. I'm telling this because, once you touch 50s and you can go anytime. I said, all these things I did useless. There are some gurus who are more powerful, who have bigger area of preaching than ISKCON put together. It's useless actually. Real thing is internal. That line I loved, that's why I took 6 verses. Oh, they're all connected. Yes, I am developing attraction to the chanting of the holy name. Bhakti Tirtha Swami, make it until you fake it. As I fake it until you make it. I love that statement. The curtain is open. We are what and the not 9 Prasada, not yet. When the class will end. But fake it. So you see one devotee is sincerely Prabhupada, like, see Prabhupada, it's like, wow, amazing. Wow. Even if you can artificially cry, of course, you don't need to show the tears. So if you keep on faking it, one day you'll make it. It will come naturally. I love that statement. I think it's late and everyone will prefer prasad. So we'll end it here. Thank you very much. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki. Tomorrow is Pushpabhishek and we request everyone to please come and take part in the festival. It's late, so I cannot take any questions.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
You can ask late. It's late. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.